The presidential election petition kicked off with 5 petitions from different political parties challenging the emergence of President Bola Tinubu in the February 25 elections. Although 2 of these aggrieved parties withdrew their petitions during the pre-hearing session of the petitions, Peter Obi and the Labour Party, amongst others, continue with a quest to overturn the outcome of the presidential election. The petitioners were given 3 weeks to prove their case after the pre-hearing reports were delivered on the 23rd of May 2023, as time allocated for hearing, calling of witnesses and cross-examinations were stated for easy conduct of proceedings. So far, the Labour Party have presented 13 against the 50 witnesses promised in their pre-hearing schedule amongst the tendering of documents to aid their case. Peter Obi and the Labour Party started by tendering reports through a witness subpoenaed by the Labour Party, by name Claretta Oga, whose identity was submitted as cloud engineer and architect and an employee of Amazon Web Services Incorporated, United States of America. The report says that the Amazon Web server that provided cloud services for INEC's digital backbone for the presidential election did not experience any glitch that could have affected the e-transmission of results on February 25, 2023. The report specifically provides details on the health status of the Amazon Web server that provided cloud services for INEC's digital backbone for the presidential election. The document, totaling 6 copies, were admitted by the court amid objections by INEC, Tinubu, Shetima, and the APC. The cross-examination of the witness was, however, scheduled for Tuesday, 20th June, because all the respondents insisted that the contents of the report had just been served on them and were too technical, requiring them to study it in order to prepare their cross-examination of the witness.
I don't understand how crucial. He's a witness. So he's a witness. He is a witness. And he's a witness. So he has come. So he has not been discharged. So I do not have the capacity to determine whether the witness is crucial or not crucial. All we need to do is to produce evidence for their lordship to decide whether the witness is crucial or not crucial. It does not lie within I am doing my case. We are doing our case. The allegations, we are bringing evidence that we think are relevant for the court to determine. So the court will look at it. But to answer you that is crucial, it will be, assuming a function that I'm not qualified to perform.
Day 2. It was a feisty day at the Presidential Election Petition Court as the expert witness of the Labour Party from Amazon Web Services Incorporated, USA, returned to the witness box for her cross-examination. She was put through a series of questions that got the proceedings heated up at some point when the counsel for the respondents tried to establish what her link with the organization she claims she works for is. Reference was made to her appointment verification letter, which bears the name Employee Resource Center and not Amazon Web Services Incorporated, and also that there is no identification card from the company confirming her as an employee. In response to why the witness did not tender her identification card, she responded that AWS does not issue identification cards and that all employment verifications from Amazon Web Services are issued by the Employee Resource Center of the company. She also denied being in court as a representative of the company she works for and on the mandate of Amazon Web Services, but as an expert subpoenaed witness to speak as a cloud engineer. This led to further questioning on how she got the report she submitted before the court, and she responded that they are public information posted on the AWS website. This led to the digging into the background of the witness, who confirmed that she is a member of the Labour Party and that she contested for a House of Reps election in her constituency in Cross River State, which she lost. On further questioning, the witness confirmed that she had sued INEC after it failed to publish her name in the final list of candidates, and that her main complaint was that she could not upload her information on the INEC website due to network failure. She, however, refused to accept that network failure is a form of network glitch. Day 3 of the proceedings, the party called 3 witnesses who said accreditation of voters were seamless, but transmission of presidential election results was difficult. INEC, however, objected to the tendering of evidence by the Labour Party of the total number of registered voters and permanent voters' cards collected in 32 states in the lead up to the presidential polls. Meanwhile, the expert witness was stood down till Thursday for cross-examination. To make its case more convincing before the Justice Harunat Samani-led 5-man panel, the Labour Party tendered vital documents certified by INEC, such as those containing records of registered voters and total number of PVCs collected. Also tendered was the supplementary INEC result viewing portal (IREV) report for 3 local government areas of Benue State, 2 local government areas of Cross River State, 12 local government areas of Lagos State, and for 1 local government area of Gombe State. Day 4. Subpoenaed witnesses of the Labour Party and P2B contradicted each other on the powers and responsibilities of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, as related to February 25, 2023 general elections. Chibuike Ngwoke, a digital cybersecurity expert, commissioned to do a cybersecurity and risk analysis of the election by the Labour Party, told the court that the International System for Standardization (ISO) certification is expected to be issued by the National Information Technology Development Agency (NITDA) to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in line with the 2007 Act that established it. However, another subpoenaed witness of Obi, Emmanuel Edit, a legal officer of NITDA, contradicted the position that there was no provision of NITDA Act that gave the agency that role when cross-examined by Wale Oladipekun, SCN, counsel for Tinubu. On day 5 of the proceedings, the Labour Party and its presidential candidate Peter Obi concluded its case before the Presidential Election Court after calling its 13th and last witness. The case continued with the cross-examination of the 12th petitioner's witness, Yanusa Tanko, who is the chief spokesman of Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council and the national director of media for the party. He insisted that the Labour Party should be declared winner, adding that most of the results were not uploaded as promised by INEC. He was asked the number of agents Labour Party had, and he said 133,000 as against the 176,974 polling units across the country. The 13th petitioner's witness, Peter Iyari, who is a presiding officer in Kaduna, during the cross-examination by INEC counsel, admitted that he used beavers for accreditation and that he counted and recorded the votes manually, but had issues uploading the results. With Iyari's testimony, Labour Party and P2B closed their case, and the respondent counsel is expected to open their case on July 3rd.
Well, we thank God that we came this far. We have closed our case, so the ball now is in the court of the respondents. That is to say, INEC, Bola Tinubu, and then his deputy, Shetima, and of course APC. I can assure you that we are ready for their defense. Very, very ready for them to open their case on the 3rd of July. And we will take it up from there.
Are you pleased with the witnesses called and the documents tendered and the whole long jump about INEC?
I am pleased with our presentation of our case. Certainly, you don't expect me to be pleased with the conduct of INEC, which is now in the public domain. But that notwithstanding, we still made impressive presentation. There is one fact that can never be denied, that can never, ever be denied, and that is to say, we tendered blood ballot papers, 18,088. Throughout the course of their cross-examination, there was nowhere they ever challenged those 18,088 blood results. And you know what 18,088, what they mean? You are talking about millions of voters who were denied the opportunity of Nigerians, the candidates, having their votes. You know, they voted. Their votes did not count. On that score alone, INEC should have a sleepless night. On that score alone, that 18,088 results were blood. And that is not all. That is not all. We applied to INEC for CTC, certified true copies of results. And INEC gave us certified true copies of results that are not only blood, but results that contain, instead of results, the images of vehicles, human beings, and the rest of them. I mean, and mutilations. I've never seen anything like that. Instead of results, you find images of human beings, houses, and so many other things. But let's wait for them to open their respective cases. So we'll see what happens.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
See you on the 3rd of July.
Yes. And have a restful weekend.